Alright, I'm at Golf Clash Notebook. I'm on hole number 2 of the Easter Open tournament in Wednesday's qualifying round of the rookie division, and I have decided that I'm going this way, and I'm not trying to get out here into my long iron range. I really just want to get out here far enough that I'd really like this run up to the green. So you don't really need to get far out here, not much past this, like somewhere in this neck, because what it does, if you get way out here, you definitely have to bring some backspin clubs because you don't have a lot of green here to run the ball up to. You need to whoa it up real quick to get past that rough. So you're pretty much looking at having to bring some backspin clubs. But if you hit it out here a little bit more, you're opening up this neck, and you just have to have a little bit of side spin in order to bring it back to the hole. So if you've got lesser developed clubs, this might be, you may be using a hammerhead if your sniper's not high enough developed, and being able to come out this way, you can run that ball up to the hole. So this is all about setting the ball up and thinking about where your landing zone is. Everybody's trying to, I'm going to get all my distance and get out here. Well, you get out here, hopefully you brought some backspin clubs. But you get out here, you may have a better shot at that albie because you can run the clubs that you have in. So being real cognizant of, yes, you got more distance on me out here, but I actually have a better approach shot out here. I do not like this shot over here because you're working really hard to get this shot, and then you're giving yourself a second shot that sucks. So if we're going to give ourselves a second shot that sucks, you might as well go for the hard first shot and go out here. And I think this shot's actually easier to get over here than it is to try and land out on this island. So I'm going to bring some big stuff. I'm going to bring an extra mile. And brag number 1, extra mile. Make sure I've got some backspin clubs. I'm not looking to get into my long iron range, but I'm going to bring my Saturn just in case. If I have to use my Hornet, we had an epic fail, so at that point, I'm going to bring a claw just in case. And I'm using my claw only because my claw is level 10, and it's not hard to get these common cards up to level 10. Getting them up to level 8 is pretty easy. Getting them to level 9 doesn't take but 3 or 4 months of playing. You can get your clubs, these common cards, up to level 8, 9, and 10 pretty easy. The reason I like the claw better is the claw's got just a little teeny more when it's maxed out. It has just a little teeny less backspin, 3 less backspin. But if you look at all the rest of the stuff, it's more accurate. The distance is about the same. It's got more topspin. It's got more curl. Ball guide's not out of the range of, where you're really suffering with ball guide. 3.2 is still pretty good. But it's a much better utility club, and it's more accurate. And accuracy with a short iron is important. That's why I normally use a Hornet, because it's the most accurate in the bag, unless you get your B52 way up. So I've got my clubs picked, and I've got the right ball. So here we go. Off we go. Into the wild blue yonder. Off we go. Nice and easy here. We have an albatross shot, but the key here is you can give yourself a look at Albie, but the key here is to make sure that you do what it takes. And they're Oregon Duck fans, and I'm from Oregon. I'm also an Oregon Duck fan. Oregon really only has 2 schools. Oregon State. You're either a Duck or a Beaver. And I root for the Beavers when they're playing, except when they're playing the Ducks. So the wind's going to push me out there. So I'm going to just do a nice and easy shot. I'm going to just rub up against the nubs. I'm not trying to do any overpower where it makes the ball do anything strange or makes it so that I'm having to deal with a needle that's going faster. I'm just trying to lay the shot up there. I brought a bigger ball so that I don't have to use any power. Trying to get my nephew in our vehicle here. Alright, let's see how our opponent does, see if our opponent can put it up there. And I'm actually just a little bit farther, if you're in this area right here, just a little bit short of where I'm at, I think you've got a much cleaner opening. So with the clubs that you have, you'll have to look at the top spin to see whether or not You know, it may not be a full topspin just to get over there and to get into that spot, but if you don't have a club with a lot of backspin as your wood, you know, just being short like me and my opponent are, you are going to have a much better look at it when you come into the green. You can see how it's opened up right there. So you can come at it from this side right here, and just with a little bit of side spin, you can get right to the hole. So I'm going to do a max backspin shot here. Let's see where my max club is. There's max club. There's minimum. So right here is mid, so I'm more towards max. This club hits 1.2 per ring at max. I'm going to treat it as a 1.5. I'm going to go right at it. So it's 4.4, so 1.5 would be, that'd be a 3-ring pull. And we're just going to try and go for the Albie here. Hitting it great to the right's not going to help. Great to the right, great to the right, great to the right. Nice and easy eagle though. There's going to be a lot of people that come to this hole that aren't going to get that eagle, and I did not have to work hard at all to just put myself in that position to get my eagle and go home, and neither did my opponent. And from the area that we're hitting, a big dog is a great club for distance, but you don't really need the big dog right here. Now he has a white ball, so he's not getting that extra distance on those clubs, but this would be better served with a club that's got a little better ball guide and a little better accuracy, because then it'll be easier not to overshoot the hole. So we will put in for a very easy eagle. What's funny is that I see during the week, just during practice and stuff, I've seen a bunch of people epically fail on this hole and really trying. I'm not sure exactly why they're trying so hard. But I see a lot of people going to the right and they're working their butts off to get that shot done on the right, and then once you get over there and you're in the perfect spot, you have a bad second shot. So be cognizant of, you know, when you're trying to decide which way you're going to go, is it worth the effort to go to the right to end up with a very poor shot when I could go to the left and give myself a serious shot at albatross? Double eagle, that's what we're talking about. All right, it's a draw. I'm going to forfeit. I do not want to waste any hole-in-ones. I'm still trying to work on these par 3s. These par 3s are tough. This is probably your best par 3 as far as getting a hole-in-one. This is probably your best shot using the island. I'm going from the other side, but this is and the deal there is we're having headwind, so it's making that hole a little bit tougher. All right, that was hole number 2 of the Easter Open Tournament in Wednesday's qualifying round of the rookie division. Thanks for watching.